Running injury truth number 3, no one can save you. Now listen, I got some really bad news for you. If you think that I am the person who can actually rescue you and make your injury miraculously go away by giving you a diagnosis based on one-liners and a timeline based on a diagnosis, you are confused. And if you think there's anyone in the world who can do that for you, you are completely and totally wrong. Now, nobody can train for you so that you can complete a marathon, and nobody can actually do the work you have to do to actually get through a running injury and get back to running without getting re-injured. There is no advice, there is no book, there is no course, there is nothing that is going to actually get you from point A to B except for you and the activities you choose to do daily. That's it. Now, the actions you and only you take are really all that matters right now. I know you're probably thinking about the injury. I know you're probably thinking about the diagnosis. I know you're probably hyper-focused on all the stuff you've been told not to do, but nobody can carry you there. I cannot pick you up and give you a diagnosis and take you to the time that's supposed to be when you can run. There is no such magical time. There is a time right now when you can either fortify your running fitness and help support that injured part, or there's a time when you're just going to let everything get weaker, and that will compound your problems later. I promise. I have been doing this a long time, and I know that the people that actually take action and take the little actions that they think are silly, that they think are meaningless, that they think don't really maintain their fitness, and they actually do those things, well, those are the people that get better faster. The people that sit around and keep waiting for their 4-week x-ray, or they're waiting for 6 weeks to get out of the boot, those are the people that wind up permanently slower. End of story. Now, look, I really believe that you can get over any overtraining injury and get back to running, but it takes a lot of work. And it's a lot like training for a marathon without any cheering crowds and without any medals at the end. You do not get a t-shirt for this, but what you do get is you get to get back to running. Now, if you get nothing out of this today, if you don't remember anything else, remember this: the enjoyment that you get out of a marathon, the pace that you keep through your marathon, all depends upon your training. And the rate at which you're going to get over this injury and back to running in a way that's meaningful to you depends only on the activities that you take today and every day throughout that course of recovery. But you have to do something. So you've got to abandon the myth that if you wait for everything to be better, eventually it's not going to be. It's going to be worse. You're going to be weaker and stiffer and more prone to other injuries. You've got to remember that you got to do the work to dig yourself out of the hole you're in right now. You've got to accept that you're in a hole if you're injured and you haven't been doing anything to actually maintain your running fitness. You have to commit to focus, and you've got to stay on track. It's just as crucial as when you do those workouts on cold, rainy days when you're training for your marathon. You've got to realize you're going to have days when you're not motivated. You're going to have days when you're feeling lazy. You're going to have days when you're uncomfortable. But daily diligence is the key to actually getting back to running as quickly as possible when you're injured. There is no cutting corners. You can't afford to do that right now out of all times. Now, right now, if you stop training, you're getting weaker. No matter how much I know and no matter how much you learn, nothing will change unless you take the steps to change course. So check out the 12 steps to recovering from a running injury. It's at docontherun.com/12 steps. Go get it and check it out. I'll see you there.
Doc on the Run. We help injured runners run.